Hey Darksiders, Coach Freeman here, and I'm going to walk you guys through restoring the swing to its former glory. All this amounts to is it's a sequence of steps I like to use as a teaching progression. There's some remedial drills thrown in there, and then some bonus drills for you at the end, so check it out. Alright, so step one in restoring the swing, we got to define neutral. Neutral would be, can you hold a plank position? Step one. Can you keep your ribs down, neutral spine, core engaged? That'd be step one. Step two, can we do it in a more dynamic movement pattern? Can we do it in a 6-point rock? Chest stays proud, head's in a more neutral position. We're able to control the spine. One of the biggest problems with the young athletes I coach is their lack of ability to control the spinal position or the hip position. So we'll work on that first. And then thirdly, can we bridge, can we extend the hips while keeping the ribs down, keeping neutral? So I'll just have people do a hip thrust or glute bridge. Hands together, lat recruitment, bridge. And what you'll oftentimes see is you'll see a shrug up of the shoulders, you'll see an arch of the lower back. So just make sure that stacking the hands, press them together, keep the lats recruited, and as you extend the hips, keep your abs braced tight. Alright, so our hip hinge is going to look like this. We're going to be standing in front of a wall, butts facing the wall, feet shoulder width apart. You're going to reach with your arms. As your hips reach back, arms reach forward, head stays neutral, and stand. This not only teaches the athlete reaching back with the hips, we're also reaching forward with the torso. There's an opposing force. Chest is going this way as the hips are going this way. What we wouldn't want to do is just fold forward at the hip without pushing back into the hip. That's the hinge and reach. Next, let's work on the kettlebell deadlift. Can we control the hinge and stay in a good position in a slow, controlled manner? Stand right over your bell, feet shoulder width apart. Nice neutral spine, push back into those hips. Good breath of air at the bottom. That's our kettlebell deadlift. It's a really good drill to revisit with a heavy load in between sets of swings if you just want a nice crisp hinge pattern. After the deadlift, we're going to move into the pendulum deadlift. Can we get a little bit more lat recruitment, a little active position of the lats, and maintain a flat spine? That's going to look like this. Deadlift the weight up. I call this the hover position. Okay, kettlebell's a couple inches off the ground. Hover. Now we're going to use the lats to push the kettlebell back. Breathe in, breathe out, in, out. Chest stays up. You can see there's a little bit of a rocking. Hips go back away from the kettlebell. Totally natural for that to occur. You're going to really feel those hamstrings are an active player in this position, as well as the whole backside, especially the lats. That's the pendulum deadlift. Next, we're going to get the pendulum deadlift, and we're going to roll right into a set of swings. So have the athlete pick the bell up. Give it a couple hikes back. And then go right into the swings. Lastly, we have the two-handed swing, regular kettlebell swing. We're starting with the bell out in front of the toes. We're going to give it a hike pass back. Notice the backward angle from the hands all the way up to the lats. What we don't want to do is start with a round and back and then get in position. We want to set up before we get loaded up with the bell. That's the kettlebell swing.